Good morning, Michigan. A very pleasant hump day Wednesday to you. Michael Patrick Shields, heard all across the state of Michigan. And I know it's tough to keep up with technology. So we're going to do you a favor this segment. We have assembled some of the brightest minds when it comes to gadgets and technology and so forth. And two of them are sitting right here with us in our Gillespie Group storefront studio. Our world correspondent, Nicky Hale. You see, I'm talking to you right now, and you're clutching your BlackBerry.
I am.
You don't go anywhere without it, do you?
I can't, no. It's my life in a box.
And you're that's a good title for a book or a movie. Yeah. My Life in a Box.
Well, there you go.
And your husband, Troy Hale, here, who survives. You thrive because of technology in your business, right?
I try.
Yeah, I mean, tell everybody what you do. You rely heavily on technology.
Absolutely, yeah. I produce documentary films and television programming for the Big Ten Network.
And it goes all over the place through not only the internet, but on broadcast, and people can watch on demand when they want now, just about anything they want.
You got your YouTube sites, you got your websites, so anytime you want to watch it, you can just plug your computer in rather than having to wait for 6 o'clock or something like that.
Times are changing, and nobody knows that, too, more than the lady on the phone with us. Colleen Lerro with the Consumer Electronics Association. Nice to talk to you.
Hi, Michael. Great to talk to you, too.
You know, what's nice is usually when we talked about the Consumer Electronics Association, it's the wee small hours of the morning for you folks in Las Vegas because you have that very famous show every year. So it's nice to catch you in the summertime when maybe it isn't so early for you.
I know. I actually get to get up at a normal hour and talk about all these great electronics.
Speaking of getting up at an early hour, how do you wake up these days? What sort of alarm do you use?
I have my iPod dock with my old iPod Nano in it that wakes me up every morning.
You see that? Alarm clocks are now a thing of the past. It seems like
they
it to
are.
me. Payphones are a thing of the past now, it seems like it to me, too. And in the hotel business, nobody uses the hotel phone anymore, do they? That must be a serious revenue drop. Everybody's got something snazzy that wakes them up. Here's the deal now. The Consumer Electronics Association has apparently done a survey on tech accessories. So what I thought we'd do is have Colleen talk about that, and then you talk about the practical use of what you use, in your everyday life. Colleen, what's the skinny? What did the tech survey show us?
Well, what's great about accessories is they make the products we already have better and at budget-friendly prices, and we're seeing that 60% of consumers shopped for accessories in the past year. And this doesn't count the people that just went in to buy another device and got this accessory as an add-in. These are the people that specifically said, I need this accessory, and they went out to look for it.
What qualifies as an accessory?
It's a huge range of products, which is great. It crosses the entire consumer electronics world. Everything from your Bluetooth headsets to cases for your iPod or your computer. We have chargers and remote controls. And even now we're starting to consider things like apps or services such as identity theft solutions or phone contracts to be accessories as well.
At one time, I'd heard about a device where it looked like a pad, and you could throw all your wireless devices on it at night and without plugging them in and all that sort of thing, and that it would charge everything up. Have you seen that anywhere? Is that coming to market anytime soon?
I actually have one of those.
You do?
There are several brands, and one is called Power Mat. And what's great is you do plug the mat in, and this mat uses wireless charging. So I have a case that fits my iPhone, and I can set it right on there. And it also comes with a set of tips that connect to any of your devices, so it can work with pretty much any device out there. And all you do is pop it on there. What's great about this is it stops charging once your device is full, so it's not wasting energy throughout the night.
That would be handy because you know how many times you get stuck without your charger somewhere, and you're asking somebody, what does your charger look like? Will it work for my phone and all that kind of thing? Nikki, I see you clutching that. Do you keep your BlackBerry on vibrate or does it ring?
I do. No, never rings. Vibrate.
Me too.
Yeah, and different vibration for whatever it is. So if it's ringing, obviously it constantly vibrates, and then if it's an email, it's just one. And if it's a text message or a messenger message, I don't know if you use Messenger, but then I have two.
Is that a text?
No, it's sort of an email system that continuously rolls. It's like texting, but it's through an email system on BlackBerry.
Oh, I know what
BlackBerry
you're
is the
talking
only
about.
one that has it, yeah.
I know what you mean. I tried that for a couple weeks, but it seemed redundant to me.
Well, Troy and I communicate that way a lot because it saves you having to go into text message and actually looking for the number and whatnot. You just hit the name and
it's always there.
Communicate, and then it'll buzz twice, so I know that he's trying to reach me. So.
Is your phone always on vibrate too?
Yeah.
Mine is too. It never rings.
Well, and I think that's, us being in broadcast, you don't want the phone going off while you're on the air or something like that.
Yeah, and I've seen so many people get embarrassed in meetings or in church or, wherever it might be, to have that.
Well,
It's
'cause
embarrassing.
A lot of people have funny
Ringtones.
ringtones
Oh,
too.
that too.
You think it's cool, when it rings, it's not.
Have you ever had that happen, Colleen, where you're Born to Be Wild comes on in the middle of a church service or something like that?
That's never good. That always turns everyone red.
Yeah, and they say, does that phone play requests? And then I guess now they do, because you can hear your music through your phone too. But I have this little phenomenon that happens to me where I think it's vibrating. Have you ever had this happen?
Yeah.
Or you think it's blinking at you and it's not.
And it's not. And I figure I got to check myself in, Colleen, because if I'm that dependent on the phone that I feel ghost vibrations from time to time, that's really weird.
But it's just great because these things are all keeping us connected, that we just want to be so connected we think we're hearing them all the time.
Yeah, that definitely happens to me. And you're right, there's that little red light that goes off. And I just find myself looking all the time.
And
Is
I'm going to
somebody
go
looking?
cold turkey for the next 2 weeks because our Blackberries will not work in the UK. So
Wait a minute, I thought you were tech experts. How come?
Well, we don't have the Blackberry that you can use abroad. We just have the regular one. So
I didn't know there was such a thing.
yeah, there's a different one that you can buy, and then you have to change your plan through Verizon or whoever you're with, AT&T.
I
and
don't
then
believe this, because I'm a total novice and this thing works all over the world.
You have a different one to me.
Do I?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
yours older?
No, it's just a different model, and one of them you can use all over the world, and one of them you don't. And we just didn't get that one, so we're gonna go cold turkey for 15 days.
Oh
coming up
my
here.
God.
We didn't like the looks of yours.
This, Colleen, will really be a study when these two folks will be running around the UK without being wired. You're going to have to go into like internet shops and things like
My
that.
dad's laptop's gonna get overheated, I think.
Well,
Logging on.
there's some great technology for you too. With when Nikki's going to call in next week when we're in England, we're going to try to Skype in, so you'll be able to have the video along with it.
A
And-
worldwide connection.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
gonna try it. We've been talking while you were on the air earlier, so.
Now, you'll be on the airplane, too, for X amount of time. Not all the planes, Colleen, have the ability to use the internet, but some of the Delta flights do, I know. And the people that have tried it, including myself, thought, wow, what did we do all this time on flights without internet? It really is a very, very good use of time. Well, I wonder if they will all get it at some stage.
It's spreading, and more airlines are picking it up, and especially in trying to come up with more ideas to make revenue, because airlines are always willing to add another fee on. It's great. I mean, it's not that expensive, and you can get work done while you're in the air instead of just a wasted couple hours.
Yeah. What else do we learn from the survey before you move on here?
We saw that half of consumers who shopped for accessories last year didn't get them because of the economy. So as things are starting to get a little brighter, it might not be that great yet, but it's looking up. This is the time to go out there because they're going to make the devices you already have better, connect smoother, and stay charged and keep them safe and clean at budget-friendly price, which is the greatest thing, that it can meet any budget.
Okay. Is there a website we can get more information?
Definitely check out digitaltips.org.
Digitaltips.org. Smarter, budget-friendly alternatives to new devices. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Bye for now. Now it's 16 minutes after the hour. You're flying to Heathrow?
Yes.
That's about a 7-8 hour flight, something like that?
It's just over 8 hours, yeah.
Just over 8 hours. And how will you occupy your time? Ambien? That's what I do.
Really? That's a good one. I actually have a project that's due by Friday for my job, my
Oh.
day job. So I've got to work on that. It'll
So you'll be
quite
working.
Boring. Yeah.
You know, sometimes, Troy, too, when you take these things overseas, you end up with massive bills because the cost, especially in places like Mexico, I've heard stories of people who come back with, $600 phone bills from being gone for a week because you never know what it's connecting to or what the usage rate is and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, and luckily ours are not going to work.
Yeah, well, that's
So
one way to
that's
take care
good
of it,
for
right?
us. Yeah.
Wow, how refreshing. Well, I can't wait to hear what happens when you come back.
Well, you just get overload. Have you ever done that before? Because when you land and you turn your BlackBerry on the plane,
Oh,
it
yeah.
vibrates for about 35 minutes
Yeah.
with all the messages coming off. So you need to turn off even the vibrate section of it because it goes crazy updating for the last
And,
week.
that's always something I say about the BlackBerry, at least for work, 'cause I get all my work email on it and stuff. The great thing about these devices is that you're never out of contact. The bad part about it is you're never out of contact.
Yeah. You know what someone said to me yesterday? Rebecca Klinger said to me at State of Fitness, because we were talking about, your state of being when you're so wired and busy all the time. She said, you can put that thing in the drawer and it will still keep all your messages. It'll be there when you get there.
Yeah.
And she said, and all those appointments you made on the calendar, they'll still be there. So when you put it in the drawer for a couple of hours, it's doing the work for you. Think of it that way.
Yes.
Because I'm always thinking I'm detached from my work.
Right.
She says, it's all still going to be there.
Right, exactly.
So I'm
But I
not
think
sure.
there's a little bit of a change in the way people work now too. They expect when you send them an email that you're going to send them an email right back.
Yeah, there is,
You know,
isn't
if
there?
if you wait an hour or two, then
Where have you been?
Yeah, exactly.
We know you have a BlackBerry. Why didn't you respond?
It's weird.
Yeah.
It really is. But then I think, too, the faster I can clear up issues,
Yes.
if I can answer that real quickly and get it off the plate,
You feel productive.
yeah.
You do.
But the problem is the plate's never really empty, is it?
No, never, never.
You keep thinking you're going to get to that nirvana where everything's done.
Would be nice, wouldn't
Keeps
it?
filling up, doesn't it?
I think that's called retirement.
Well, travel safely to both of you. Have fun and
Thank
jolly
you.
old, and we'll either talk to you by Skype or when you get back.
Absolutely.
World correspondent Nikki Hale and her husband Troy Hale from Michigan State University and the Big Ten Network. It's 18 after the hour. I'm Michael Patrick Shields.